In this video, we're going to look at bearings. Now, the key thing to remember about bearings must be measured in a clockwise direction from a north line. So every single point has its own north line, and all bearings must be written in a three-figure notation. So what we're going to do here is we've been given a diagram. Work out the bearing of B from P. So from P is critical because that's our starting point. So here's the point P, and we want the angle starting from the north line going all the way to B. So what we're going to do is add up 138 plus 63, and that's going to give me 11, that's going to give me 10, that's going to give me 2, so I get 201. Now the angle that's here in blue is going to be 360 minus 201, which is going to be 10 take away 1 is 9, 5 take away 0 is 5, and 3 take away 2 is 1. So this blue angle is 159 degrees. But what we want is the pink angle. So we've got to do 63 plus 159. So we get 12. This gives me 12 again, and that gives me a 2. So I get 222 degrees. Now, for the next part, we've got some very important things to do here. So it says to work out the bearing of P from A. So A has its own north line. So you can draw it in here. So this north line is parallel to the other north line. So there's a whole variety of ways you can answer this question. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to first draw in the angle that's required. So we want P from A. So we start from A and we go all the way to the point P. So this pink angle is what we require. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say we've got two parallel lines. So I've got a set of co-interior angles. And we know that co-interior angles add up to 180. So I'm going to say that this angle is going to be 180 minus 63. Now we can work that out. So that gives me 7, 1, 1, so 117. So this gives me 117 degrees. So to work out the pink angle, I'm just going to do 360 minus that. So 360 minus 117, and that will give me the following. So I get 3, 4, and 2, so I get 243 degrees. Okay, let's take another example on bearings. So the diagram shows the position of each of 3 buildings in a town: the art gallery, the hospital, and the cinema. The bearing of the hospital from the art gallery is 72 degrees. Notice it's been written as 072 degrees because all bearings are written in a three-figure notation, measured in a clockwise direction from the north line. The cinema is due east of the hospital. The distance from the hospital to the art gallery is equal to the distance from the hospital to the cinema. Work out the bearing of the cinema from the art gallery. So notice that we have an isosceles triangle here. So what we want, let's first draw in what they require. So they require the bearing of the cinema from the art gallery. So we start from the art gallery and we go down to the cinema. So this pink angle is what's required. So again, I've got a set of parallel lines, so I can say that these two parallel lines. So I've got a set of co-interior angles, so I can say co-interior angles add up to 180. And I'm just going to call this x. So angle x is just 180 degrees minus 72 degrees. So x is just 108 degrees. So we got that this is 108 degrees. Now, what we have is an isosceles triangle. I've got a point. I also know that angles at a point add up to 360 degrees. So I can say that 108 plus 90, they give me 8. That'll give me 9, that'll give me 1, it's 198. So I'm going to say that the angle in blue, let's call this angle Y, is going to be 360 minus 198. So I get 10 take away 8, which is 2, 15 take away 9 is 6, and 2 take away 1 is 1. So I get 162. So this angle here is 162 degrees. Now I've got an isosceles triangle, so I can say base angles of an isosceles triangle, so base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal So I know that all the angles in the triangle add up to 180. So I'm going to do 180 minus 162. So that gives me 8. 7 take away 6 is 1. So now that we've got 18 degrees, it means because we've got base angles of an isosceles triangle are equal, we need to do 18 divided by 2. So 18 divided by 2 is 9 degrees. So each of these angles here is 9 degrees. So to get the pink angle, we're just going to do 72 plus 9. That gives me 11. So I get 81. So the answer will be 81 degrees as the bearing. Okay, here's a question for you to try. You can pause the video, and when you're done, I will go through my work solutions. Okay, welcome back. So we've got bearings questions. The bearing of Q from P is 120. So it's from P. So let's draw it in from the north line to here. It's 120 degrees, and it's always measured in a clockwise direction. So what is the bearing of P from Q? So this is the point Q, and we're going from Q all the way to P. So from Q all the way to P there. Again, same technique as before. We've got a set of parallel lines. These two angles are co-interior. So I'm going to draw the angle in blue. So we can say co-interior angles add up to 180. Co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. So we can say that, call this x. X is equal to 180 degrees minus 120 degrees. So x is 60 degrees. So this is 60 degrees here. And we want the pink angle, let's call it y. So angles at a point add up to 360 degrees. So we're just going to do 360 minus 60. So we get 300 degrees as the required angle. So that's going to be answer choice E.